Okay, morning folks. Welcome to the briefing on Saturday the 5th of December. So what have we got today? Well, over the last 2 or 3 days, I've been sort of seeing all the different forecasts and watching what's happening with this low pressure, because this system has circulated around the UK for the last 48 hours. And the positioning today was really going to determine whether we were flying at all or not. It just appears at the moment that it's going to now sit in the channel, and these frontal systems rotate round it, and hopefully the frontal systems will just sit on the south coast, just far enough away from us. And you'll see where their rain is positioned on that front in a minute. Over the next 24 hours, the system just slowly drifts to the south and dissipates over the continent. But we're stuck in a very slack air mass tomorrow, so certainly a chance of fog for the morning by the looks of it. Winds are interesting. You can imagine, looking back at this one here, the isobars are reasonably close together, so it's going to be breezy-ish. But with the rotation of this low and it's slowly, hopefully tracking to the southeast, the wind's going to change quite a bit during the day. The TAFs show that. This is the Farnborough TAF. It says 130, 10 knots, which is probably what we've got now. Southeasterly, fresh, few at 3,000 feet. There are scattered cloud about, probably a little bit lower than that, but 30% probability between 9 and 12, 7,000 meters, showers and rain broken at 1,400 feet. We'll have a look at the rainfall radar in a minute and you can work out where that's going. Becoming between 15 and 18, 0509 knots. So it's swinging all the way from southeasterly to northeasterly, and both the Gatwick forecasts show the same. You can see the Gatwick forecast 138 knots it starts off at, and then sometime between 10 and 13 it goes to 070, and Heathrow's the same. So I think that's definitely the forecast, and the XC weather wind forecast shows the same sort of thing. The arrows are pointing southeasterly at the moment, but if you look at the top chart, it shows it going westerly and then northwesterly, going easterly and then northeasterly during the day. May give us a little bit of a problem to start off with winch launching because we're going to go on the main runway. But if the cable drift is excessive, we may have to stop winch launching until it comes around more in an easterly direction. And that's probably due to the fact that the upper winds are fairly fresh. You can see these two boxes. This one's to the south of us at 50 degrees north, and this one's to the north of us at 52 degrees north. And one's saying 310 degrees, so northwesterly down here, and then easterly up here. So we're in the middle of this sort of circular low pressure system flow. Right. So temperatures. Yesterday, the wind chill didn't get much above freezing. It's a little bit warmer today. So I think you're looking at 7 or 8 degrees temperature wise, but then you take the wind chill off that, you can see it's 5.4 degrees at Lasham at the moment, but the wind chill is 1.8. So it's going to feel pretty chilly out there, folks, in that breeze. Not a warm day, but then again, it is December. SatPic doesn't really show you much at all. It shows you the circulation of the cloud, and these white, more intense areas are where the rain is sat, and you can see that from the rainfall radar. And this is the interesting one. This long, straggly front is circling around the low pressure system. I'm hoping the low is going to drift off to the south, and then the front just lies along the channel for most of the day. The forecasts seem to show that's what's going to happen. We might be unfortunate and see the odd shower just clip us as we're in here. But fingers crossed, it should be flyable for most of the day. Top Meteo are suggesting the same sort of thing with the position of the rain sitting in the channel. That's 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1, 2, just to the south of us. And reasonable amounts of cloud just to the south. I think we'll possibly see, you can see showers to the south. We'll possibly see some mid-level cloud and upper-level cloud floating around, but fingers crossed it should be a flyable day today. So we appreciate how much rain we've had in the last couple of days. The state of the field is soggy in places. So let's talk now about our operation. We're going on 09, and we'll have a normal launch point position at this place here, with cables on the south side of the main runway, then gliders on the southern half of the runway for winch launching, the launch point vehicle in the middle, and aero towing from the northern edge of the main runway in about this position here. As I say, the initial problem is cable drift, because we'd normally like to offset the winch in a southeasterly down towards the Gliding Heritage Centre, but we can't. It's going to have to be stuck on the edge of the runway. So if we think the cable drift is excessive, then we may have to stop winching just for a bit. Landing, soggy areas are round here and up on the eastern end of the airfield. Most of the areas around here, north and south of the runway and the northern edge here, drain really, really well, and they're fine. You can land on the grass, no problem at all. You just land on the grass anywhere, but just be aware it's going to be soggy in this area here, and also down in this part of the field here will be soft. You would think that this wouldn't drain here, being the lowest part of the airfield, but it's the ground that was never disturbed when they built the airfield, so the drainage is still good. Airspace wise, folks, very little going on today. No times locally to worry about, but it is the first weekend that people have been out getting the opportunity to go flying in their powered aeroplanes for the best part of 5 weeks. So keep a good lookout. I'm sure lots of people are planning to fly past down to the Isle of Wight and places like that for a sightseeing trip. Perfect day for it. Okay, so get all the two-seaters out, folks, and we'll see you out at the launch point.